So Ryan, I'm gonna pose the question to you like this, man. How do you feel denial fits in most modern day relationships now between the man and the woman?
Well, that's a good question, Juan. I feel that denial fits in plenty of ways, but one main way that I constantly see, whether it be people I know or things I've heard of, is a bad form of denial in a relationship between a woman and a man. The most common thing I see is when a woman is in denial about their spouse. They're just in denial maybe about the lifestyle that they lead, or in denial about what their spouse does on their spare time. It could be a majority of things, but a big issue that I always see, and I'm gonna pick on the women here, is that ladies choose to have men in their lives that aren't really men. They're actually little boys that don't have jobs. They still sag their pants. They're not presentable. They can't hold a conversation. You know, they don't work. They don't have anything going for themselves. And I'm not saying that you have to be rich, because I'm rich by no means, but you do have to have goals. You do have to have aspirations in life, because sometimes kids are involved. And when kids are involved, it's a whole nother monster that you have to tackle.
Well, let me ask you this. So do you feel they're in denial because of the men they choose, or do you feel they're in denial because of the lifestyle that they've chosen? And this is just about the women, because we could take a big aspect on the men too, but we're just gonna pick on the women right now. So is their denial based on the men that they choose, or is their denial based on the lifestyle they've chosen?
My personal opinion is it's denial in the man that they've chosen, so to say, because of the lifestyle issue. Is a lot of women might have things going on for themselves, so their own lifestyles might not be mixed in with their spouses. So that's why I would like to say that it would be on the men that they choose. A lot of women do have things going for them, and then you ask them about their spouse, and their spouse is in a whole nother lifestyle that they really don't know anything about. So I would say that denial hits in as in the spouses that they're choosing.
Do you think that a lot of the people that you come around nowadays, do you think that they're in denial because of what's being presented to them in imagery through music, through mainstream media?
Oh, definitely.
I mean, do you think it's just because they're not awoke, they're not aware, they're just basically cattle, like I say so many times?
Yeah, a lot of them aren't aware, they aren't awoke, and yeah, I mean, man, you touched on a good subject there, and it is, people hear this music and these songs, and they start to believe what they hear, because music can do that to you. We all know that. It can
move you in so many ways. It can move you.
It can move you. So, you know, they hear these songs about, you know, people being a thug and doing this and done that. And I don't knock anybody for what they do, but I do know that if a woman portrays to be one thing and says she's about one thing in her life, then you have to be that way all around the board. It can't be, I'm this, I'm that, but my spouse does this and that. You have to be joined as one, because if you decide to come together, essentially you are one. And that's just my outtake on it.
Well, we thank you people for viewing today. This is only part 2 of denial. We're definitely going to get into a part 3 and a part 4. Also, just to let you know, the Juan Walker TV will be on Amazon Video Direct coming real soon, along with Ryan Burgess Television, mixed martial arts fighter, Spokane Valley, Washington, letting y'all know, don't run up.